This Atlanta new home sits on an exposed corner lot. So how did that influence the exterior form of the house?
Obviously, we wanted to address the corner because it is a fairly busy corner for residential street. But we wanted to combine that with the owner's concerns about security.
And how have you used materials to reinforce that idea of security?
And it really was not necessarily with the house architecture itself, but more so with the landscape. You can see the concrete barriers, the board-formed concrete barriers, and planters that we created in the front yard that kind of create at least a sense of protection from the street.
And those materials, they move from the exterior to the interior as well. What are a couple of the main examples of this?
The ones you saw in the front of the house, the stone wall, goes into the interior rooms in some aspects, and also in the living area.
And then at the back of the house, how do those materials work?
That wall I mentioned is at the back of the house, but you can also see the wood walls, both the ceiling and the wall at the exterior porch, going from outside to inside, kind of attempting to blur those boundaries.
The positioning of the kitchen in the house is quite interesting. How does it connect to the other living spaces on the ground floor there?
It's fairly open space, but we didn't want it to just feel like a warehouse where there's no walls. So you can see we put in a wood-clad wall, which is basically an inexpensive pre-finished wood flooring that we used and applied to the wall as a decorative treatment. And the owner didn't necessarily want a formal separated dining room. We came up with this concept to actually have the island as part of the dining table, where the floor, as you can hopefully see from the photos, steps up to achieve seating height, the lower seating height for a dining table, and still have it at the higher 36-inch height for work surface for the kitchen.